Hey everyone, Curtis from the Karlfeldt Center, give you an update on some of the fun stuff that we've been doing with the BTL product here. Been assisting a young female patient, early 30s, that Dr. K brought to me. He's been helping her out with Lyme disease for the past year and a half. It was pretty severe, a lot of peeling of the onion there to get down to the final stages of what we're working through here. But we went from a young, healthy, athletic female, surfer, adventurer, rock climber, whole nine, to unfortunately in a wheelchair. But she's coming back out of it. Some of the stuff that I've been assisting with when she came to me, not good communication with the body, a lot of muscular atrophy, muscle tension, guarding, things that prevented, even just transferring from wheelchair to bed, wheelchair to car, obviously being able to use the restroom, stuff like that. Basic movement patterns that were really being impeded upon. So things we started doing to help move her in the other direction. Emsella, used primarily for assisting the pelvic floor. A lot of people will use it as a postpartum improvement to the body, or if anyone has experienced atrophy of the muscles that control the bladder, etc. I started using this with her because I wanted to get a neuromuscular recommunication happening with the body. She did also have some stuff that was going on with her bladder with some control issues and urgency. That has since completely cleared up. The other thing we were wanting to do with it was getting in and out of the wheelchair. We wanted to begin the conversation with the lower body and getting better pelvic control. And so before we even started working with the glutes or the hips or anything like that, we want to start with the fundamental base of the pelvic floor and get that reestablished. From there, there's a modification I've used with this chair where the person sits further back on their butt. We actually bring their legs up, not like they're in stirrups, but just resting their feet up higher, kind of like a leg press at a gym. And the body actually begins pelvic thrusting, involuntary on its own, right? Super maximal contractions for 28 minutes. And the glutes and the hamstrings are both working together. Since then, after doing that for about 3 weeks now, she is actually able to partially stand out of her wheelchair without her pelvis collapsing in. So she can go from a 90 to just a little past a 45-degree angle under her own power, let go with her hands, and the body stays stable. She can maintain pelvic control for, today I counted for about 6 seconds, which is a really big improvement. Moving over here to Emsculpt Neo, some of the stuff we've been using to again help out the body. When she came in, she presented with severe stiffness of the hamstring. If you laid her on her stomach, her legs pretty much would not bend past 90 degrees. So I began using these larger applicators that we have that are designed to be placed on the hamstring. I can place them on the quad as well. And I can titrate, if you will, the intensity and adjust it for how much we're activating the muscles. I was also using radio frequency to put some heat into the muscle belly. That way we weren't causing anything to guard or ball up on her and cause more pain than good, right? Working with that for over a month, I would prop her legs up on pillows. We would exercise the hamstrings, and during the course of that, I would slowly begin to back the pillows down, allowing the legs at the tibia and the femur to begin to open up. We achieved over 30 degrees of extension, or pardon me, rather flexion, coming on down. We're almost to the point now where her feet can lay flat on the table, and that was done using this applicator. She's also been picking up strength in her ankles. They want to turn in over time. We began using these applicators here to work the calves. And she's been having some lymphatic fluid that'll back up on the back of her knees. Feels like little catch-up packets. And we've noticed that by, again, inducing the heat with the RF and also contracting and exercising these muscles, it's then easy with like post-massage work to get that stuff to flow up better and easier to try and move the joint as a result. So she's very happy with what's been going on. Our goal is shortly after the first of the year, January, February, we're expecting her to be able to stand and begin the process of walking again, thanks to these devices and the technology they bring to the Karlfeldt Center.
This is where I'm at.
That's cool. So where were you at before? What were you able to do before?
So before, I would use more of my upper body, and instead of having using the muscles from my backside and underneath, I would try to shoot forward this way. And there was a lot of instability in my knees, and so I kind of like do this type of motion and just trying to like just yeet myself in front and go on my toes. So now I have the strength to stay on my heels, and then my pelvis too used to rock all the way forward, so I would come up this way and then tilt, trying to figure out how to go up instead of going this way and then pushing away from the ground and then starting.
And now you're able to kind of fire up your legs, you know, the muscles a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, fire up the muscles, and then there's no guarding in that motion. So before, with like the PTSD, I'd be wobbly and scared, and I'd freak out, and then it was my whole body would tense up, and it was very sore. So it's a lot less sore, and now it's just like the finishing of the muscle strength to get there. So
that's so awesome. That is so cool. And so kind of your bend in your knees, I mean, how has that changed?
It's definitely gotten a lot looser. So I have had a lot of the lymphatic fluid stuck in the back of my knees that have been rough. But now my major motion is, you know, the left knee was at the point of a total knee joint replacement before with the tears. And we've healed from that, and now we're working back on getting her happy and mobile. So before, I couldn't really lift her up or move her in any direction that was not familiar. And it doesn't have that tension in the knee as much. So there's room for improvement as far as the lymphatic, like moving the blood more so in the fluid. It helps, and so we're on our way.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Thanks.